In December of 2004, a sad tragedy occurred to all sports gamers. EA bought the NFL exclusive rights, cutting off all competition. All the other companies stopped making NFL games, but one company called Midway just said, "Fuck it, we are gonna make our own game without the NFL licensing." A game that is rated M, contains bad language, sexualizes cheerleaders, and promotes drugs. Blitz Overtime. In the PSP version of it, it is still as good as the home versions. Hello everyone, I'm Elixir, and let's speak about Blitz Overtime for the PSP and why I believe it is still good as the home versions of. Firstly, what is Blitz Overtime? Well, to sum it up is to say that it is NFL Blitz on cocaine mixed with weed. Instead of first and 10, we have first and 30. Yeah, players tackle each other like they in a death match. But just like NFL Blitz, this game is still good with those goofy like tackles. Is your player injured? Well, just choose to treat him like a normal person or inject him with needles, and that 2 week injury becomes a 1 quarter recovery injury. This game, like, you can understand the win channel, like, make a game whereby you're going to be sitting down on a cozy Friday afternoon after coming from school and saying, I'm going to be playing an NFL game, like, trying to start a campaign and all that stuff. This was a game that you will play, like, for fun. This was a game that was fun, not like, a game that was serious. But the PSP version stood true to the home consoles version. Same graphics, well, kinda, same gameplay and same campaign. In the superior versions, which are the home versions, when you was picking a play, it will show cheerleaders dancing. Same here. Even when players are making, like, mocking each other, like, when the start of the play, somebody will say, like, I'm about to tackle the shit out of you, okay? Like, even here, they still do the same thing. It's like they took for what was in, like, the original versions and just, like, took them and imported them to the PSP without, like, reducing the graphics and gameplay. Okay, so let's speak about the campaign and why it is as good as you can think. Okay, so when the campaign starts, it shows your team losing and moving to a lower division, and this guy, whom I forgot his name, speaking to the mayor about her funding his team because he has been losing and he wants it to go back to the original division. In which this happens. Okay, I'm just gonna play this clip for you, and then we'll continue from there.
You have to back the bond issue that'll pay for this new stadium.
A bond issue that will no doubt screw the local taxpayer while lining your pocket.
Your
bond issue fails to pass.
Then I'll make it up to you. I'll write a substantial check to your re-election campaign. Shall we seal the bargain?
There will be no ceiling unless you win.
And so you have to create your own team, choose the logo and uniform, and start the season. It is, in my own opinion, the first football game for PSP to have created team. Okay, and so in the campaign, you can train your players by equipments like gloves to increase your players' catching and throwing stats, buy trucks to inject your guys, recruit players and cheerleaders. And for me, that's way better than your Madden's franchise for the PSP games. Like the stuff that you can do in this game, like, it makes the franchise more for PSP Madden look like child's play. The gameplay, although, is what you expect from an NFL Blitz game, players tackling each other roughly and stuff, but this one has some crazy shit. If you tackle somebody rough, it shows it as a dirty hit, and more dirty hits lead to a brawl in which you all fight each other for a certain period of time. Some hits lead to injuries, and they show them in Mortal Kombat style, with players' bones breaking or even, like, their muscles tearing apart. And even there's this thing, which I forgot what it is called, because I can't, like, do it for some reason, whereby if you, like, use that move, like, your players won't be able to tackle other players if they use it. And if you use it when you are playing offense, the defense team won't be able to tackle you easily. And if you are using it while playing defense, you will be able to, like, break other players' bones, lead them to, like, 2 years injuries, which is something really, really cool, and it leads to the gameplay not being the same as, like, the Madden game. The game was just that fun that you will play after getting your ass beaten Madden, and I really miss those days when there was competition and playing NFL games was fun because we had serious games like ESPN, NFL 2K5, and even the Madden games. While on the other hand, we had goofy games like this. Those were the fun times when you knew not every time you will get an NFL game that is serious, like sticks to being an NFL game, but you knew like in some years we will get those goofy games like NFL Blitz or even Blitz Overtime. And now since EA bought the rights, no other games will be released, okay? And although we can complain about it, ain't something that we can do, okay? So yeah, thanks for watching, and yeah.